Hello, everyone. Good evening, morning, or afternoon, depending on which side of the globe you are. So today we are continuing our second workshop on detailing the 3D concrete competition finalists' works further. And this time we are more focusing specifically on site selection and infrastructure questions. Just as a brief reminder, also maybe you missed some of the information from the previous meetups. There is a folder with information. It was made public to you on the start of the competition on 16th of November. But probably what you don't know is that we sometimes add more material to it. So basically now you can have IFC models for 2 other buildings that are near Rakstu Māja, also available here next to all the other materials. That's something to keep in mind. And also you can see that the next presentation will be next Tuesday with Elina Michelson on creativity training to make your ideas more interactive. That one is kind of optional if you think that your idea is extremely original already, then you can skip it and there will be no sanctions from our side. Well, there never are sanctions from our side, but it's your own choice on that one. On 21st of December, this is not yet confirmed strictly because it is quite close to the holidays. Then again, we thought that even if some of you can't make it online, it will be more like instructive meetup where basically the 3D printing person will tell us how to 3D print or prepare models for 3D printing, and then you can do it if you want through the holidays or after the holidays on your own. It'll be more like something we film, but if you join in Zoom, you can ask questions in real time. Otherwise, you can ask them in comments later. But we haven't yet had confirmation from the experts here, so that one is up in the air. It might be that it will be after the holidays. Anyhow, I think that's it for the quick intro. Thanks to all who sent in the final team members and lists on that front. Everything is great. Also, there was a question what to do with the presentation. So if you have changed your presentation, I suppose you can send in at some point the newer one, because all the jury members and mentors that join these meetups have access to this Miro board, and they will usually think that this is the latest one. So if at some point you see that it's quite an old presentation, you can send us on our email the newer one, and we will update it and change it here too. Otherwise, I think I have spoken enough. My 5 minutes are up, and I can probably give the microphone for a super quick introduction from University of Latvia representatives, Jānis Bloks and Līva Ratkovska team. So if you have some words or some questions you want to specifically hear from the students, definitely feel free to say that. And as you know, then they are the project managers and also campus architects. I think in some capacity, I think project managers primarily, but also architects. But what is extremely important for you today is when you tell your presentations, don't repeat everything you said in the previous ones, more focus on the location, and if you have any questions or information about the infrastructure. So this one is about site selection. Otherwise, Jan, the microphone is yours.
Thank you. Good evening, gentlemen and ladies. Well, again, I'm Jānis Bloks from University of Latvia, House of Letter, main person from besides of university. I'm take care about the realization of the building and environment around that as well. And with me is Līva Ratkovska. He is my colleague, architect as well. So if I will not answer directly, probably, or didn't know some right answers to your questions, I will ask for help to Līva. So this is it from my side. Maybe Līva can add something more.
Yeah, thank you, Jānis. I believe you said almost everything. I would just wish everyone good luck, and we can start.
Yep.
Yeah, I suppose this is not the first time we meet for most of us who have been to the meetups. This time you can basically, if your team is here, just put it in the chat and I will go through the order how you applied. So I see that the free architecture or FRAT team was the first one, so we'll start with you. And the next one that dropped in the chat that they are here is team architects. So free architecture, the mic is yours.
Cool. Hello. Greetings from the future. I'm in China, and it's already tomorrow.
Great.
So tomorrow looks pretty nice. I welcome you to tomorrow. So the long story short, we got just 3 minutes, and we are a team of 3 people. All of us, we are architects, sort of, because I'm a manager because I did just the bachelor degree in architecture. But let's talk about the design itself. So we are still thinking about combining these 3 things, which is the bench, bicycle stand, and the object. If we just talk about just very shortly about printing objectives, so we are willing to play with colors, coloring concrete, and we are willing to have some fluid shapes because that's something that you cannot do easily by casting concrete. And then also modularity is the thing that we're looking forward to. So coming back to the idea, so we have these 3 pillars that we build our idea on, and we want to have this inclusive. So the bench, stands, and also some sort of art if we have enough motivation to do that. So to make it inclusive, a location is very important. This is the map that all of us were familiar with, and in the very first, we were given these 4 spots, 4 locations for where we could place our objects. Based on our approach that we are willing to combine these bicycles and seats. So we basically have to eliminate these 2. One was the smoking sort of philosophy area, and the one is for the pavilion in front of the main building right now. So we are left with these 2. Another thing that we are looking forward to is this sort of highway for cyclists, because over here on the west side of this campus, there is this cycling path. So then combining these 2 things together, we would like not to be directly on the path because I would say that's more crowded. It's more for the traffic. So we are looking forward to actually this location over here, which is the north part of this new, the 3rd building, where we see that we could place our stand/seat bench. One of the ideas we have, and that's something that's the topical one, is we would like to have this side pocket for the cyclists, and we would like to invite them to the campus area sort of thing. So that's the place that we believe is not only to be used by the campus, the students, and maybe the staff of the campus, but it should be also inclusive since education is for everyone. So, and then this location over here, this triangle in the middle, is something we are looking forward to. It's our desired location. It's roughly 10 to 15 meters long, this line over here. It has very nice insulation. It's visible from the cyclist path and so on and so on. So that's something we would like to have, and it also has the future of expansion. We also have some questions. I will ask them right now. You can answer them later, but just let me mention them first. So the first one is, oh, I didn't see my screen myself. Oh, okay. So the first one is, can we, is it even possible to maybe switch the places? Another one is, it's not super clear, but it seems as if there are some benches on the perimeter of this triangle planned already. So the question is it true or maybe not? Another
It's
thing
true.
is, oh yeah,
It's
the
true.
same.
There is some seats already.
There are, yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, then maybe if we would like to do some things, we would like to play with the with the Z axis. So we are totally okay to respect the XY to have it straight, but we would like to have some fluid shapes, like just a sketch over here, just to visualize the idea. Another one is about the area in general, because, for example, on different campuses around the world, there are some campuses that are not inviting cyclists inside of any recreational areas. So maybe that's something for us to know as well. Maybe you're not willing to have any bicycle stands inside, like in this pocket. And the 4th one is about the functionality of this area. Maybe there is something planned, since this is the entrance that we could get from the files. And the last one is, yeah, what's planned on the very back of this thing? I've heard there's some sort of parking lot planned or something. So it's also, I think it's sort of important. So we just know if there is anything that we shall be aware of, that we shall not maybe place anything nearby because of some future changes, right? So this is basically, long story short, yeah, some pictures, but basically, yeah, these 5 questions, these are the questions we have.
Thank you, and Ervin's nice presentation indeed. Well, question number 2, yes, there are seats.
Yeah.
You can go to the z-axis. That's clear.
Okay.
I like idea regarding the spot, the square. The question was number 3.
Yeah.
So this is main entrance. I would like to keep actually as a square as it is right now. It's also regarding the presentation number 1. I believe that there is some solid shape. Probably I can I share the screen and show
Totally. Yeah.
show the pavement and greenery as well. So this is the main square, and as you see, there is already some for blind people, some roads on the streets, and additional information. There also is bicycle line here. This is the one of the main, and it will probably on next stages continue on left side. And there in between these trees there is a bicycle stands, and here as well you cannot put anything actually because they are fire car road if there is some fire on the House of Letters. So this is the entrance for fire cars, and then it's turned here and goes down. So I would like to keep it this area as it is right now.
Understood.
And the placement of bicycles right now, there is the canopy, so 2 meters or 3 meters extension, and all the bicycles standing like under the canopy. Maybe you can use this areas to or here this bench, and on opposite side some bicycle lines.
Okay.
I don't know, because I believe this is the main entrance, and it should be more or less free.
That's why we had these questions, because also I just thought maybe the main entrance is from the south, from the bottom. So you're saying this is the second main, or this is the main entrance, right? The north.
Because there is the main area for main square of campus. The south is entrance from the city, from the street. But if some students are going to one building to others, so the north entrance is the main entrance. And here where you said that there is some parking lot, yes, probably next stages there will be covered basement car parking, and also people from these car parks would enter from the north entrance. So there will be probably some artificial mountain or something like that, and under the mountain will be some car parks. Maybe Liva can add something more, because she's working with that.
Thank you, Yanis. Yeah, I agree with you. For now, we will want to keep this area like without anything empty, because we are in the process of developing the future houses, and we're waiting for the final site development contest results to see how we can like where we will put all the other buildings on the site. And since this side of this House of Letters is towards the middle of this territory, all the other buildings probably will be placed all around it. So this is like the center, and well, it's good idea, but I think the pedestrian traffic in this area will be quite a lot.
So then just to summarize, so this location, you want to have this square as open as possible. So then we shall not do anything crazy there. But you just said that these locations here and here, they're like still optional, right? So they're not like, we can still consider them.
Or you can place that I didn't saw a bicycle stand in your presentation, but probably where your arrow is located, if you can use between these trees bicycle lines, and in north
over here,
in north of that triangle, you can put your 3D bench.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay.
Because
No,
it is
sure.
pedestrian area, and I believe that probably there will be some bicycle stands anyway where you have these circles right now.
Got it. Okay.
There was another
Sounds good.
question, maybe to clarify. Is the plan is this area raised? Are planters raised? And maybe have some sort of cross section of how high it is if you compare the ground level and the finished grade level, and where the trees actually are, since currently the general plans, basically the site plan is showing the seating areas there. So just to understand if we need any like foundation, or how do we connect to the what's already planned, so it's like so we aware of the design solutions that are already being made.
There is concrete concrete mass or concrete solid surface, and on that concrete surface, originally there is wooden planks. I believe if you will add or put something more on that, there will be no problems.
So it's roughly some 45 centimeters, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I can share, actually. I have also the section, but I will probably send to Matis, and you will see it later on.
We will add it
That'd
to
be
the shared
very
folder and also notify you on the WhatsApp chat when it's available.
perfect. And I guess that's it from us, huh?
Are you
Maybe
happy, Ervin?
something.
Totally. No, sure.
He's
I mean, we're
always happy.
open-minded. We want to make something nice and something challenge the materials, and at the same time, we are not willing to intervene with any existing ideas, because, I mean, we just want it to work. So far, so good. So good.
Of course, there will be some concerns from construction company that you add some extra weight on that surface.
Maybe we need to make a call with construction company also when they're closer to the finish.
Yeah, probably we should.
We have a contact there, right?
Sure.
Okay, great. Then we will have a meeting.
Each day we have a contact.
Too much contact. Okay, yeah, it's a great idea. I think in the second or third phase, when we go over this first part, we can do the the presentations for concrete company somewhere in the beginning of January, maybe.
Maybe a quick question. Sorry. Yeah, like on the northern part of this new building, basically like where the bench would be between, is it going to be a parking structure or what's planned to be there? So maybe I missed or misread some information.
You mean
Because we have,
where the greenery is right now? The empty
yes, I think,
space?
yeah.
We would like to have the artificial one level high mountain, and under that car parking. As you maybe you know that the House of Nature is there is some slope, some mountain, and the main entrance are from second floor. So in that case, the main entrance from House of Nature will be on the same level as the mountain. So you will, if you will enter to the campus, you will step on that one level high, or 4 or 5 meters high hill, and under that hill will be the car parking.
Okay.
If I make myself clear, I don't know.
Pretty much. So we don't go there. We don't build anything there, and we just enjoy the green area. Maybe with the hill in the future, 1-2 meters higher than it is right now.
Yeah, it sounds great. I also added to the Miro board that you have consulted. And if you have any extra questions, you can always write an email and we will forward it to Yanis. Or maybe he will be willing to share.
Yeah, anyway, you can call me directly. Not from
Very
China,
good.
probably, but from
WhatsApp.
yeah.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you.
Great. That's a good privilege. Okay, the next name is Team Architects.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, hello. My name is Andris. I represent Team Architects and wanted to ask some questions regarding our design. So just to refresh memory, this is one of our first prototypes, one of our first designs regarding our idea. But we have pretty straightforward and specific question. The first one would be, so there's this area of green area, right? So is there any chance like that we could expand or change the green fields, which is this grass and tree area, right? Can we change it in any way? Yeah.
Jani, it was a question, I think, for you. How free can they change this area marked by the circle? Or leave it?
Well, I believe that not. I believe that not. This is already well in the late stage. But as you see that there's, I believe that there is 2-level greeneries. The dotted lines, they are slightly higher, and the very narrow slices, these are like in the surface of paving.
Okay,
but
so where's the dot?
I would not sure that we can change these. We had a lot of fights about that, and we are
so
not.
It's like,
yeah.
So it's like already defined. We can't change it in any way.
Well, if you will win and get Grand Prix, probably in the construction stage we can do something like that. But right now in the design phase, well,
basically it's
I'm not sure
if you win
about
it, there are some chances, but that can be a big risk, I would suppose. It's like gambling a bit in that regard.
Okay. So and the next question would be, so and regarding these spaces, can you see my
Yeah.
pointer. Yeah. So regarding these spaces, is there any like optimal or your preferred like place to place these seats? Like, yeah, is there any preference regarding these locations?
Can you show me, please, again your seat and how long it is?
Yeah, it's modular, so we can change it in length.
But you can use also south side where the main entrance is on from the street.
Ah, okay.
Right now you are focused on only on the north side, but if you
Yeah.
will go down, there is also a possibility to locate these benches.
Where's this contemplation or philosophy place, right?
No.
I believe Janis is trying to say.
Can I share again the
Screen?
my
Just Andres needs to stop sharing, and then yeah, now you can.
okay.
After the team
Well,
architects, the next ones I think will be Prolis
There
and Co.
on the south side also there is some possibilities to locate benches.
Yeah.
So you are welcome also to put something like that. These two are on the 45 centimeters high level. The surfaces. This right now is on flat area, but you can probably add also here some benches. So
Yeah.
or
Okay.
even here, this is also the greenery area, and it's very close to the main entrance, the main south entrance.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I believe
Well,
this is because here this is like a traffic zone. This is for bicycles and fire cars. If there is some extra case, but here this is for people walking. That's why we are divide these paving with trees.
yeah, I understand. Okay. Then then thank you.
Thanks.
Excellent. I see that the consultation has been valuable. That's always glad to see. So the next team is Prolis and Co, and after that only.
But in addition, I will share also this site plan, so you can get more information about the paving and greeneries.
Great. So yeah, Prolis and Co, we are ready for you.
Yeah, hello. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So our idea was of a big 15-meter wide installation on the pavement in front of the entrance to the House of Letters. So from the previous presentation, I understood that the current plans are the current plans, and it would cost money to change them. And basically my question is, what is more realizable? What is more realizable? The notion of making something like this in order to keep it in with the lines of the old design, only changing it, or do you look for more installations that are like put on, or which you can move, or basically what would be better for this sort of an application. This, yeah.
Thank
So I
you,
think to
Gustav.
rephrase one of the questions is yes, also where would be the best place to put it, right?
Also, yeah.
If this is not a good place.
Gustav, in previous presentation, you had that oak like facing to from the south to north. Right now you rotated 90 degrees. Why is that?
Yeah, I thought, well, I'm not really sure how about the rotation. How would it be better for one is for pedestrians, and the second one is when looking from a higher vantage point. Basically, that is also a question. If it would be implemented, the oak, what should be prioritized? The vantage point from the House of Science, the House of Letters, everything else. That's something we're working on and we're thinking about.
Okay.
Can I ask a question? Do you have a like the soak from different angle, like more 3D? I remember a glimpse in the last presentation just for it.
Yeah, I do.
And meanwhile, I have a question for Janis.
Yeah, go away. No problem.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Oh, okay. So it's mainly benches and grass, or the green is higher?
The green is supposed to be flower beds.
Oh, so it's near to like 0 level.
Yeah, it's about 5 centimeters.
Thank you.
It's concrete flower beds, and yeah, basically that's.
Leave. I'm waiting for your question.
Can you please go back to the site? So Janis, what do you have on the right side? Like just next to in between this oak and the parking lot that is.
Yeah, I also think about that place where locate this oak. It is in between House of Science and House of Letter.
If it's closer to the parking lot, do you have like green area there?
Yeah, there is the.
Maybe that's better placement for this, and you can see. And if it's turned like towards the 4 o'clock, maybe it's better to see from both buildings.
I will share again the screen and show you where Leva thinks is the best place for that. I believe Leva thinks is here. Do you see?
My computer froze a bit.
So
yes, yeah, there, exactly there. What do you think, Janis?
I believe that's the best place for emblem. And then you can have access and see from that side, and also from the House of Science, which is here. And we can add some entrances, because there was originally there was some square.
Now in the project, it's just a grass area.
Yeah. But Gustav, I think that just my suggestion not to go so direct with the emblem. You can make it some sort
Abstract.
of
Yeah,
abstract,
yeah.
There's
About
a
the
good Netflix
design,
show on abstract, on
Exactly,
how to
yeah.
design abstractly.
About design, yeah, that's another thing we're working on. But as a basis, as an idea, I'm actually happy that this could work.
Also, it will give a better perspective. I think if it's further, it's easier to see from the window. You don't need to go
Yeah.
and put your head out of the window, which is in most buildings impossible. So in that regard, if it's a bit further, it's better. Just from design perspective, I think you are working with two very strong concepts. You are working with this kind of illusion when it looks different from different views, but you haven't fully committed to it. It's just seeing something from side and from top, and it's different, but it's just flat. And a drawing is not fully illusion. It's I think the concept or design principle is interesting because we don't have money. Competition entries that work with illusions, and the illusion is something that always attracts people's attention. Some of the best commercials, like a lot of like in competitions, a lot of time illusions win because it's a great principle how to surprise people, and people love surprise. So that's a really big plus for you, but you haven't yet realized it. The concept is good, but you haven't fully caught this illusion thing. You can Google just illusions, and you will see how you can create different illusions in 3D. And another thing is this kind of grouping when you have some small elements and you put them together, but you work with positive and negative space. So here, this positive and negative space are very important keywords to write down. Currently, it's also not fully realized, but it's a very powerful tool. If you combine illusion with positive and negative space, your object seems bigger because it's not, because there are a lot of approaches where just small objects are combined, and probably they will win, who knows. But it's kind of an easy approach in that regard. For you, it's a bit harder because you're combining empty places and filled in spaces and creating illusion of a bigger space again, or a feeling. So this positive negative space is a term you can definitely Google. And but again, here the way you're attempting but kind of crippling at some point is difference in clarity. So you have two ways: either you print all the elements the same, or they are different. And in your case, they look different, but then they have to be clearly different, because for now they can look similar. And if you do something, you have to commit. Either you go similar or you make them visually different. So I don't know, maybe it helps. Just some thoughts I wrote down from my designer's perspective. Great ideas. That's why you are in the finals, but there is some work to be done, I guess. So Yanis also as an architect gave you a comment, but I think you at least have good tools. So the next team after this is only and only, and after only we have a team that is called, we don't have a team. So if there is a team who is ready to present, put it in the chat, and then you will be the next one.
Hello. We'll quickly go through the idea. Hello.
We are team only, and our proposal was this freeform installation, outdoor meeting space, and so the main area.
Yeah, just to go back in history and refresh the memory. It was the place with the function as a gathering place, as some place that is like an attraction point for the whole campus, as a place to maybe hold a summertime or a warm time meetings, studies, to charge a phone, and yeah, place to gather. And we tell this because when we made this entry this competition entry, we knew that object with such dimensions and such functions it's quite a challenge to find the best place for it. And already at that time, we understood that the best way to find the best location would be in creating collaboration with staff and architects from University of Latvia, and we are willing to work together and find the best place for such object and for such function. So if it's gathering place, it probably have to be in really good spot, or if it's
in between the buildings,
or yeah, if it's
around the
attraction
way to
point,
the
yeah.
school,
So
yeah.
it's like in really nice place to work properly. And then there are some key things that we wrote down. We think that object could benefit from more space around it.
Yeah, so you can freely like move around the space and pass by it, and
Yeah,
so it's not.
we are open to see it located on grass, but as in a previous lecture or presentation, we understood that it probably will have to have some sort of foundation, but we will sort it out in the process. And we thought that object could benefit from some direct sunlight in daytime. Yeah.
And also it would be useful that if there's any like outdoor lighting somewhere around, so when it's the dark time of the year, it's not that scary to be in this place.
Yeah, we have some experience with objects that are dark at night, and they somehow, yeah, it's better to light them.
Yeah, so the original place for the subject that we chose previously was this this entrance area, or this this free space in front of the House of Letters.
Yes.
But as we understand, you want this place to be
free.
So actually, I guess the question for you: do you see another place for this object?
But maybe
in
one.
this area?
Yeah, as in previous presentation we saw, and we think that. Sorry for this. It could be placed also on the grass somewhere. It would, if, yeah.
With this, some kind of a floor or foundation. Yeah, but the main question is: do you see another place for this object? Somewhere here or another place?
So, thank you. To be honest, this is one of my favorite objects right now. I really believe that, and I really hope that Socrates will have enough concrete material to create that.
Maris is listening here, so I think that's a good question. That's why you need to calculate the volume so that we know how much there is. That will be one of the requirements. We are slowly putting together a list for the, I think, was it next phase? It was second or third phase where you will need to do the draft posters, and we will give you a list of items that need to be on the poster. So one of those will be this or estimate of volume that needs to be printed. But for now, you don't need to worry about it, but at some point you will.
When I see, but you have only one entrance in this shelter.
No, actually there are two, like
in this cut,
maybe we can switch. Here you can
this one from the window.
Yeah, this could be an entrance to somehow. Actually, this object is still in the design process, but we probably plan to add two entrances.
So, yeah, so you can actually walk through it. You don't have just one entrance and then you just turn around.
Maybe a less claustrophobic, so you have two, like you maybe feel
two
more
main openings, so you can walk through it.
You
Yeah.
feel more freely.
Yeah.
When I saw your site plan with the yellow area, if you will locate, I will call your flower to the if you look on the clock and you are moved to the number 11, something like that, where the circle is located. I'm not sure that it's going together with that smoking area as it is right now, but probably you can move there, and it will still be quite close to the House of Letter. But Liva, maybe you also have some
Yeah, well, thank you,
good
Janis.
ideas.
My first idea was, can you please switch to the site plan?
Oh, sorry. Yep.
The whole one, the
The
detailed
whole-
one.
Yes.
I believe there are two places that I could see this. Yeah, exactly. Where is your mouse? But towards the right, the green triangle here, a bit closer to the House of Science. And maybe if you go like downwards, like till the street, in the front of the building from the street. Maybe somewhere here, but maybe Janis could add something about this, my idea. Somewhere in front of the building.
We should think about that,
Yeah.
actually, because I don't have the right answer right now.
We also think that maybe this could be sorted out in the process.
Yes,
it's not
but idea to put it on the close to the House of Science could be also possibility, an option, where this small triangle is are.
Yeah, see the two arrows. There is also quite a lot of pedestrian traffic planned, so it could be a nice place to sit, like right in the center of our academic center.
Is there any risk that people will use the smoking area as this shelter?
Probably you can never escape that risk. Probably. Yeah.
Because I'm asking because Levi is going down there for some philosophy.
You can always add this
Process,
mist emitter that will
But
dry everything.
that's why Levi wants this shelter there.
My favorite corner.
Very good. Yeah, you should order several of those and put them around the campus. Like in the indoors, you have these meeting cabins, and these some can be allocated with red, and some can be black. Like either it's allowed or not allowed to smoke in.
It's for philosophy.
But I can promise that we will discuss with Liba tomorrow about this location, and probably we'll let you know.
Okay. Thank you very much.
If we will get some good idea where to locate that.
Yeah, after doing the posters, there will be like that's already third or fourth stage, but at that point we will have one more meeting with the University of Latvia representatives, either in combination with the construction company representative or separately. But at that point, that will be like this final deadline for confirming everything. For now, you're just hearing an input. It's still not your final presentation. That goes for all of the teams. But at that stage, it was fourth or fifth stage, quite soon before the final presentations. That will be the one where we confirm, like, okay, you get a check mark or don't get a check mark from the University of Latvia. Otherwise, thank you for the presentation, and then see you next time. Or you can, of course, stay and listen to others. The North Artisans are next team, and after North Artisans, we have 4 AM.
Yes, hello. So, do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear and see you.
Okay. So, I will share the screen. Do you see it or not?
Yes, we can see the screen.
Okay. So, you see that, yeah? So, 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, so refreshing the idea which was our idea with my colleague was like a concrete 3D printed polygon tree. But we are a little bit making design changes because we understood from our last time that we get not so good with the organic forms, not so good with the material proportions, and about the texture, like highlights to like it more like a concrete object. So basically, we already are working with new design, but I can't show you because we are just got VR goggles. So basically we are like in virtual reality already, a little bit sketching to make the see all the new forms and ways how to make it feel more realistic. And the next one thing is like material proportions from our last presentation, which we calculated. It was like a 35% metal and about 55 concrete, and so basically we reduced the metal material proportion to about 10%, which is actually very good. So yeah, about the questions. We get actually so do you see so
Sorry, Harold, I took your screen off. I thought you were finished.
what
For Harold,
Yeah, I thought you wanted to set it up.
it's enough. We give her the.
yeah,
No,
but
no,
about the so questions this is if you see or not see, I don't know.
you can reshare. It's fine. You have the permission. It's just we
Yeah, you can
accidentally
put
removed
it again if you want while you're speaking out. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we about there only actually there's 2 questions about this place, which is like how big area we can actually go with it, because we for our calculations we need like 8 meters diameter the one, and if we got like a option for electricity and option for making extra fundament for the weight for the counterforce to stabilize all the weight of the tree. So yeah, that's for now. No more questions, and thank you.
Thank you, Harold. So where you mark your location, there is a fire car road. I believe they will break your
Oh, okay. Then we get the option
your
actually.
tree. So probably, or you can put only on one side.
I can then share screen another time, another one shot, because we actually like think about this. Like it could be a very good place, but we actually like got 6 more, 5 more.
I should say
So-
number 3.
Number 3, and but if we win, we can multiple them. So we are like interested, like industrial concrete tree park to make. So basically, we can make a much more trees if we win. But it's like a small joke, yeah. But you say about the location 3, and is it like how big square is like it's to place the tree is like we because with our calculations we get like 8 meters in the diameter. It would be the best way, but we are like redesigning the bench forms, so basically we don't, maybe it will shrink it to the 6, but I don't actually know at this moment, and I can't tell.
I should measure it in AutoCAD or Revit, but
I just tried to put it there. Sorry for interruption.
Yeah, cool.
Well, like it almost fits exactly there, but there are some communications under it, like water, electricity, something is already there. And I believe it's right, Yanis, it's right next to the pump station. And there are like the relief of the ground is tricky there.
So it means there will be water for the trees. So
actually, we got like an idea for the extra fundament to make like a more stable that tree, so we can actually make organic field platform, and on the platform we can actually make this tree, and in case of emergency that would be a mechanism that just like roll it sideways if we need something, for instance, or just like a mechanical like a connections or joints that it would be easier to like separate them from to the forms and basically redo or rebuild in other place. But it's like a theoretical idea at this moment, because we are just already making with the 3D printing some experiments and to fulfill the full potential of this project. So yeah, we can, is that like a actually an option for that situation if there underneath is there's like a communications and electricity wires or so etc.
I should check the engineering nets, and I believe that it as a foundation you can use concrete plate or slab.
Yeah, that's actually the idea, but maybe making like a little bit design thing that's like a full composition is not taking on the place. So basically like a fundament is like make it in similar design look or texture or some sort of, because like we are like designers and architects, and so that we just need to think about how it looks and how it like works. And after one of our redesigning stages, we understood that we could make like improvements from ourselves, because like we are very interested in this project realization, besides if we win or not winning, because like we are like experimenting with also with lights and shades, so basically shadow and light game, but we are working on that.
Maybe Lieva can share the site plan with the engineering systems. Lieva, can you?
I believe not in like the nearest 10
We can
minutes.
later do that.
I
Maybe
believe
like
Yanis,
Mati
we
can
will.
share my email and just like send them, or
You
maybe
can
just
drop it
like
in the chat, Harald. I don't think
Oh.
anyone will try to steal it or something.
Okay.
I think it's better because if I share this huge file, everything will freeze, and yeah, you won't be seeing anything. So
Okay,
sorry.
cool. It's good.
If we can, I suppose engineering networks would be relevant for several teams, so we can just upload to the shared folder.
Yeah, and actually about the material engineering, we just like we have a lot of questions about materials, but it's this is not the conversation when we just like pick up these questions. It would be on the next Tuesday. I understood right.
Next Tuesday we have a creativity training where they will try to break your ideas apart and question your choices. But we will have one with the construction company. At that point, we will probably be able to talk about extra materials and combination activities.
We just interested with the concrete specifics.
Concrete specifics, Maris. Or actually, there is one person we kind of fell through the hoops. There is one concrete expert that is really willing to find a team he can kind of help or work with. So you can snatch him first. He will put his bio zone into the chat. So the first team that gets him gets him.
Okay, we will think about that.
You can keep your eyes open him.
Can I add one thing? Can you please show the site plan again? Just an idea for Janis and you. There is a roundabout at existing parking lot. Maybe that's, well, maybe not the best place for a seating area, but well, it is because normally taxis stop there and pick up people who are calling them. And well, maybe it's a good place in front of the. I understand that you like got which place I'm thinking.
Here?
There. Yep.
It's also the first thing that people see when they arrive.
This is the good idea, Leo.
Yep, there are nothing under it. Just like the round is there already with some grass on it. Well, maybe it's not good for like walking and sitting because it's in the middle of a roundabout for cars, but there are no connections under it. And if it's light and something, I don't know.
Okay, and it's like the measurements would be remind me please about 6 and 8.
I will measure it.
9 meters.
9. Oh, okay, that's good.
Do we have any extra questions here?
Not from my side. Thank you, Harald.
Great, good you could join. Okay, then the next team is 4 AM, and after that we will be finishing apparently with Ray R. Yes, 4 AM we already for, or did I mistake something? 4 AM was already on?
Lauris, maybe, I think he wrote that he will be presenting 4 AM.
If 4 AM is off for a minute, then we can start with Ray R.
I hear some noises, yeah.
Okay, someone's waking up, great.
Wait. Hey guys, so I'm gonna share my screen. Hello, Matis,
You are
Janis.
team Ray R, right?
Ray R, yes.
Okay, so we are waiting for 4 AM after you, no problem.
Okay, good. So let me share my screen. Okay, can you see it?
Yep.
Good, from the backside. Okay, so we are Team Rear, and our idea was to print a 3D hand that would be basically a symbol of Latvia University reunification. And so we're thinking about, well, many ideas, and we came to conclusion about two places of location. So the first one, I think Arturs can present.
Yes, hello everyone. Basically, yeah, as my colleague stated before, that we have two places, and both of them have their limitations and possibilities, let's say like this. It will, like the final decision will, of course, will depend on our possibilities and accessibilities, let's say like this. But if we are coming back to the place number one, so the first is to emphasize the hand as a symbol as much as it could be. So basically it will represent the unity between the campus itself and the, how it's called, guys must also, it's,
so the library, the connection
library,
between
yes.
library of
Great,
Latvia.
Also,
thank you. Yeah, so like a possibility to gain knowledge either from the campus or either from this library at the same time. So the main point of this location is to emphasize the object itself. So it will depend on possibility of foundation beneath our object, also the communications which will lay beneath it. So maybe there will be some additional limitations, and the possibility and accessibility of amount of concrete. Yeah, as Mattis have stated before, that we will make calculation afterwards, but still, if this strong gesture will be placed there, it will be like 4 to 5 meters, as we see in our minds. Maybe my colleague could share next slide, where we have created like possible 3D view and possible visualization how it could look. And yeah, so this structure will be higher. The main thing is to emphasize its majestic like appearance, and also give a visible and unforgettable experience for the visitors, so that they can spot it right after you will be near the located area. And for the next location, my colleague will also share.
And also to highlight here, the location, I think also there was meant to be like this information history part, like this information center. So maybe it could be like a part of it, or be combined in a way. Okay, about the next one. The next one is on the second location in the green area. So we were planning to put it like right in the intersection on the corner here, because this place immediately like took to our attention, because we could place it like in the end of this these two smaller roads. And this hand would wouldn't be that majestic. It wouldn't have to be maybe that large. So the scale would be around maybe 3 meters. And I think, yeah, this could be also like this a way sign, and it could split like these this one road into two, and would be like a way sign. So yes, this was our second idea of placement.
So yeah, we mentioned a couple of questions, so maybe colleagues from university could somehow comment on them.
Yeah, maybe comment on the two locations, two placements.
Thank you. Brian, it's nice to see you. Nice to see your colleague as well. The first position, somehow you locate exactly on the place where Liva are going to locate our pavilion, the 3D pavilion we spoke in the presentation in the very beginning. I will later on I will show you the visualization of pavilion, so it could interact with the 3D pavilion, but I believe that the second place is better than the first one. But actually, I think if you will locate it more, the number one more to the north, to the opposite side of entrance road, this could be an option, because this is the starting point for campus, and very close to the railway road, where the people can see that hand from the up, let's say like that. But Liva, you can also share your thoughts.
Hello, really nice
Hello.
to see you.
Oh,
So yeah, as you can see in your own sketch, if you look from the road, the building is like shielding the hand already. And I believe, yeah, I would agree with Yanis that the triangle towards the north is maybe closer to idea to wave to National Library. And well, you could see it better, and maybe then you can better interact with it. About the other location, well, only Yanis can comment on that, because he's an expert in that area. So yeah, my thoughts.
Okay, one more question, small one, about the location of the pavilion. Is it gonna be exactly in that place, or is it gonna rotate a little bit?
I will share the screen, if I may.
Okay.
Sorry for rotation, but it will look like that, but only 90 degrees on the left. So here you can see the flags, and it's like that right now.
Okay.
At least.
okay.
But regarding that, my favorite location, I will share again CAD file. There is plenty of space for the hand, and it could be located somewhere here actually, and it's
The northern side.
It would be the first sign if you will enter through the bridge. And then
there is a little park area, like a square. Nobody wants to really go there.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
why, but maybe this hand would be the best to interact and introduce people in this area, which is like our front.
Like right across once you
like
go
that.
under the bridge, right? The first square.
Yeah.
Yeah, here.
Good.
Yeah, we also like this strong gesture, because it represents the both as historical part of this site, that it's massive, it's made of solid and made of concrete, and at the same time it's in a way representing the like this spiritual part of the new site. So it represents this knowledge, its protection, its assistance. So yeah, it could be a good point where to locate structure. Should we worry about foundation limitations? Could you maybe comment on this one?
Yes, you should.
Of course, but maybe some borders.
The great concern in our site is wind load.
Yeah.
That's regarding everyone. So that is going to be a challenge. Wind load, and we're basically in the swamp. So foundations are a great challenge.
Our structural engineer from University of Latvia is pretty sure that everything should stay on the piles. And House of Letter piles is something like 25 meters deep. But as it is in the case of tree as well, so I believe that there could be some concrete slab hidden under the grass. You can use like that.
Yeah, because if structure will be like 3+ meters, it could require some piles beneath it just to stabilize. Yeah.
May I ask a question about operation of hand? You mentioned that there is some electricity possibilities or something like that.
We thought about the possibilities regarding the movement, but we realized that it arises a lot of difficulties. So maybe it is wiser to keep it a bit simpler. It could remain as a single gesture, which represents the most cases. Yeah, right.
I'm totally agree. Thank you. Because otherwise, who will operate these fingers, and probably some security guys will make some jokes. So probably if there is some you should put your own power to move fingers. It would be much harder, and only the people who wish that will operate these fingers. So there is some challenges as well.
Yeah, that's why we want to keep it simple.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you for the presentation. So the last theme, if we have them here, is 4 a.m. So we're ready for you. I will write in the chat for safety. Maybe something happened there. If not, then we can wrap up. We will forward you, Jan. For those teams, we asked them to send their location in an email, and if they have any questions, and then you can write an answer. So I suppose having a separate call would be too much to ask, but at least they can send the email. If you see something extremely bad, they can then mention it, and otherwise we can always. Oh, okay. The 4 a.m. joined. Yes.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to give a little update. How are we going on this project? I will share the screen. Okay. Do you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. We wanted to choose as a bench this square what I'm pointing with the mouse, and we want to divide it it in the two parts and surround those two parts with the continuous bench. And we are currently working on the 3D visualization. This is still in the progress. And yeah, we are working.
I like the direction you're going.
Yeah, we are modeling the form, and probably it should be a little bit more smoother and simpler. But yeah, we need to work on this, and this is what I wanted to update for what's going on our team. Yeah.
So for Johannes, I think location is the most important. Maybe you can put up that slide again, and then there are already some themes where this area is quite sensitive, but I'll allow Johannes to continue.
Thank you. If you fit to this square, I believe it is reasonable to create this bench, and if there is also a place for the trees. These are not big trees; these are quite small, like.
But is it possible to divide this square to the two parts and make like in the middle, like
entrance?
Yeah. It's
Probably there will be some greenery, or you think that there is some concrete paving?
No, not no, like there will be like in those in the middle of those benches there will be those grass, and there also can be place for the trees, and it will be like nice in the summer summer or there will be
I think
also
I think yeah.
And
I think it's a good idea, and somehow I can allow you to put there your concrete design tool. I know that I before I said that there is no possibilities to change something, but as it fits to the square, so I see that it could be as an option. So you can continue, and I believe everyone will be happy about that. There is some additional places where to sit.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's all what I wanted to say. And
yes, good. Thank you very much.
Yeah, very good. You managed to join. I think it's not a hard meetup, but it's really good to see. So our goal with this 5-stage project development is basically to eliminate as much obstacles as we can before we go in production. So I'm really happy that today we managed to eliminate some of them, find some new ones, but hopefully find less than we solved. And otherwise, so the next meetup will be creativity focused, and the one after that, either before or after holidays, will be one on 3D printing, preparing the models. There is a comment from Maris. Definitely, Mari, I'm giving you the microphone.
Yeah, hi. It was not a comment. I was wondering, but I think not all of the teams presented today, correct?
Yes, those who didn't will send Yanis an email with the proposal, and he will give a short comment. And then in the 3rd or 5th stage, we will have a final confirmation where we will go through again.
Okay. So that's good, because my idea was, so we go, because we all of us somehow know what the other ideas are, but okay, if they will have their email exchange with Yanis, then it's okay. And it's definitely the
yeah,
yes.
because as we saw today, there are some locations that are basically off limits, and So
and then
it's good.
if there are some in general comments that comes out of those emails, I think you should somehow publish them. So yeah, if there is some new ideas, because this I think was really helpful for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I really want to highlight, that this meeting is recorded and will be available on our Facebook page and probably also YouTube. So definitely, if you forget something or if you weren't able to view it fully, you can definitely always fast forward or slow it down or speed it up and do all different types that video playback allows you to do, and check stuff that forgets. Well, thank you all for joining. See you next week. And otherwise, thanks to all the jury mentors and participants. Have a great weekend.
Okay, thank you, guys. I try to answer as best I can. So forgive me if I answer directly somebody. So, but
I think it's really good.
I
You always
believe
propose an
we are
alternative
going
solution.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah,
Good,
if you
thank
need.
you.
So Yanis very generously offered to also answer to your emails or even calls. So in that regard, I would recommend using that opportunity if you have a specific question. Probably not too much, and in the working hours, but otherwise, yeah. Cheers. Okay, thank you, Yanis and Liva and Mari.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.